I'm not a racist, preach the teacher. You still they never had this. Number one, them wanna run about the gun. I wasn't licensed to have one. The minute they see me, fear me. I'm the epitome, a public enemy. Use, abuse, without clues. I refuse to blow fuse. They even had it on the news. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Back when I wrote y'all, yes.
I believe we are in a particular time in history. I've been saying this for a while, and I am bolstered by the recent utterances of people like Charlamagne Tha God and Stephen A. Smith, that they know, or their bosses or masters have told them, the wind has shifted. I don't know which one to start with. Let's start with Charlamagne, because I think it's the most poignant. So he was on with Anderson Cooper. Did you see this interview?
I saw clips of it.
Okay, that's all I saw too. So, because I don't watch CNN. I ain't giving them none of my ratings. Okay, so he's... So Angela Rye, I think, was there as well. So he's on this panel with Anderson Cooper hosting. And here's what happened. Play it, Smith.
Apparently Trump's is going to tape a thing with Joe Rogan. Do you think she should do that?
I think that she should keep calling Donald Trump a fascist. And I think that Americans need to keep looking at the rhetoric of Donald Trump, because I don't know why we're even thinking about electing somebody who's talking about putting people in camps. I don't know why why we want to elect somebody who's talking about mass deportation. I don't know why we're having this conversation about somebody who wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. Aren't we supposed to be a patriotic country? Whenever somebody like Colin Kaepernick takes a knee in this country, everybody talks about, oh, that's so unpatriotic. But a guy can say he wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election and nobody cares. And like even me bringing it up now, you brought it back to Kamala and Joe Rogan. Anderson,
yeah,
who gives a damn?
Well, I mean, I think you give a damn who's elected president, and
yeah,
I'm asking
that president is a fascist. That's talking about putting people in camps. That's talking about, once again, terminating the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. That's talking about, jailing his political opponents. Yeah. Like, that rhetoric doesn't scare people.
We talk about this every single. This is what
I don't think
I've been talking about this every night.
I don't think y'all have enough conversations about it. I feel like I heard more on this network about is Kamala Harris black than I do about Donald Trump being a fascist. Well, am I wrong, Angela?
Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that.
That's
no,
Go
that
ahead,
is
that. No, I'm not. Look, I'm a huge fan of yours.
Okay,
but to say that we're sitting around discussing is Kamala Harris black, like
I've seen that. I've seen those roundtable discussions a lot. Now that's bullshit, Anderson. For you to say that y'all don't have those conversations.
I've never asked somebody
I'm not saying you. I said the network.
He said the network.
I don't think anyone I don't think any anchor on this network has been going around saying, "Is she black?"
Y'all have never had
we have
had. Look, I'm sure we have had, nutty people or people who have strongly held beliefs who I may disagree with, who somewhere on some panel have said something, but I will just speak up for what I do on the show. I do believe it's important to get people different viewpoints as long as they're willing to have a legitimate conversation. What I don't like are surrogates who come out and just spout talking points that they don't even believe, and those are people I tried to eliminate from having ever on the air again.
Sure. I think no network has honest conversations about Donald Trump. Nobody's had honest conversations about Donald Trump since 2016. I saw last night they were talking about, the double standard that exists between Donald Trump and the vice president, but it's always a double standard with Trump, whether it's with Hillary, whether it's, against Biden, now with Kamala. We talk about him being a threat to democracy, but we don't treat him like one.
I don't know what you've been watching, but I don't know of any Trump supporters out there or people who like him who are tuning in to me every night to try to get, to be validated in their opinions.
That's not the point. That's not the point, Anderson Cooper. And that it took Charlamagne having to sue Donald Trump because his voice, his image and likeness and words were used in an ad against Kamala Harris to let him know how dangerous it is to sit behind a mic and say dumb stuff every day and not be held accountable because you're popular. That chicken came home to roost. And I'm glad you had to send a cease and desist and sue the Trump administration, but the damage was done because you used your microphone for clicks and giggles when our whole ass democracy is on the line. This is not the time. We can have fun later, right? So you're now on message because you're recognizing that you may be part of the reason why if she loses. And you sat in that woman's face. So you know whether she's genuine or not. And I'm seeing a lot of people, once they meet her, whether it's D.L. Hughley or Uncle Luke, all these people that had sideways things to say, once they meet her, their tune changes because something moves in their soul, because this is not a game. I'm not on these airways for fun and for money and for anything. We are here every day to inform, enlighten, and to get people to understand what's at stake. But we mostly want folk to be informed. We want you to know what the hell is going on so we can fight the good fight, so we can all be free. And he now learned that lesson. I saw the shift with him on, because he wasn't letting Anderson come up for air. And Anderson straight up lied. Oh, we don't talk about her race. Run the tapes, Ms. This is Dana Bash.
What I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
Any
Same old tired playbook. Next question, please.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, ain't nobody dignifying y'all drowning in a sea of your own sameness, both sidesness, giving everybody a platform. You got whole ass insurrectionists, people who have supported insurrection on your damn airwaves. You can give contracts to people who have been lying to the public, and you give the breath to the people. The media has been complicit, and I put you in media, even though I don't think any of you are real journalists. Right. Just because you've been to Haiti and picked up a black child on camera don't make you a journalist, just because you are there. Okay? So I don't even give you that respect, Anderson Cooper or anybody else on CNN. Anybody else. That said,
not, just because Trump people aren't watching, don't mean it's for lack of y'all trying. Like
exactly.
The mandate came from the top down that y'all were going to stop being such a liberal organization. Like y'all had ownership changes where it was a directive like, look, we got to stop being known as just the left side of the media. Not that I ever felt that y'all necessarily were just that, but that tells you that y'all are going to be having some people on there that have worked for Trump. Y'all are going to have some people on there that have lied for Trump. Y'all going to have people on there that peddled election conspiracies. Y'all are going to have that. So to have somebody come in your face and just point out the obvious damn truth, and I know what Anderson Cooper did, a lot of people do this, he personalized it. And he's like, but I didn't do that. Cool, maybe you didn't, but I'm not talking about just you. You don't run this channel. Like, you just 1 hour a day, if that.
And you didn't do what Christiane Amanpour did, which was to call out the BS. Right? You sat in it. Yeah, but you're complicit. So this is with all of that, with the highbrow, well, it wasn't me. No, it was you, because your silence is acquiescence.
And you think that's enough. Like, that's what happens. And it is the pot calling the kettle black, because for years I've listened to Charlamagne sit up there and think that's enough. To be like, I'm gonna bang on the Democrats, I'm gonna pick on the Democrats, I'm gonna pick on Kamala Harris, I'm gonna almost exclusively, and then just kind of contribute to the double standard that is Donald Trump without really taking that man to task as the fascist he is. Those are words you could have said. It's a reason I'm in North Carolina. We have so many political ads because we're right now we're considered a swing state. Okay, we don't know who's gonna win. If I tell the amount of times I've seen Charlamagne's face on my TV in this commercial, is insane. I heard
it's in Georgia too. Drew McCaskill was on yesterday. They're running that ad in Georgia as well.
Every commercial break. And you went from brilliant idiot to useful idiot, because Donald Trump don't have friends. He don't care about your reputation. He don't care about this going to mess up your bag and how the community sees you and all that type of stuff. He don't care about you. They will throw your face on there because you was up there peddling, you was up there dancing, doing whatever. They will throw you on there. They don't care about the context. I don't even know what happened on the show after that. A second later, y'all could have been like, but I'm still messing with Kamala. It don't matter. That ain't going to be in the ad. You have to be on point all the time. You got to have integrity all the time. And it does bother me a little bit that it's like, I shouldn't know. That's the wrong word. It doesn't bother me. But this is why I said her media blitz was so damn smart. People was knocking her like, don't go talk to these people. I said, no, these are the people you go talk to, because they're not that smart. No offense, but I mean, your show is called Brilliant Idiots. You're telling me you're not that smart, right? You're not that smart that you can sit up there with this woman and really spar with her. You can do it rhetorically when she ain't around. You can make up stuff. You can try to get these little gotcha moments and clicks. But when it comes to sitting down and her explaining her policies to you, you will not be able to sit there in the face of that and do anything but go, okay. and it turns the people who are your biggest ops into your biggest advocates. Because now he's on another person's show being like, hold up, you're not going to talk about her like that. Well, why don't we talk about Trump? That's why I said it was brilliant that she did that. It's not, and whether it be that she fed them a little sprinkle of access, and that's all it takes to turn some of these brothers, I don't give a damn. We need everybody right now. So if that's all it takes to get all the smoke to stop, saying conspiracies about locking people up for marijuana, then go talk to them. Let's get this over with. We don't need to let these brothers get out here and drag the rest of us down for all this time. So go confront it. It didn't have to be ugly. It wasn't mean. She went up there. She smiled. She was charming, but she also was factual, and she was rigid, and she gave them every single talking point, every question she answered. And that is what we need right now. So that's what I see. When I see him on there, I see Kamala Harris's effectiveness at getting him to become an advocate.
That's right. And also, I think there is a very clear understanding that this is not political. This is a moment in time. And you do not want to be on the wrong side. You don't want to be Tavis Smiley and Cornel West when this is over.
Yes.
You don't want to be that. And while I know a lot of y'all are caping for Cornel, and that's fine, Dr. West, I'm gonna say less about it.
You know what though? I thought Hillary, we obviously should have won. And I think honestly, in hindsight, what people did was a lot of them thought she was gonna win, and they thought they could be the contrarian.
Yeah. Yes.
And then she lost, and they caught that smoke.
Yeah.
The smoke will be worse this time. If Trump gets into office and then you in any way help that man, you're excommunicated from the community. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear your opinion on nothing.
Who's the brother that still can't catch? Anyway, I'm not gonna
Eddie
name
Glaude
check.
Jr.
Yeah, okay. I was not gonna. Yeah, it got so bad he had to go on Morning Joe. Like it's like we don't mess with them.
He be apologizing on Twitter to Yvette Nicole Brown every day.
Yeah. Yes, please. Please,
Yvette, I'm sorry.
All right. I didn't mean to do it.
I said I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mark Lamont Hill. It always, like at some point, it also, if you have any notion of a brand or anything that's legit, you undermine the very thing that you say you want to do. You got books out here. You are unserious at this point because we are fighting for our lives, and you sitting over here playing footsies because you're a multimillionaire and you can do that and get away with it. And these people, your friends or whatever, stop it.
My days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you, you give me something to believe in, just what I need.